Hi, it's Eric. Morning, Rob.
Good morning.
I'm Eric with Lowe's Installation. Here to put your entry door in it.
Okay.
That's my helper, Bobby, and Bruce here to do a little filming.
Sounds good.
Before we get started, I'd like to show you your entry door to make sure it's exactly what you purchased before we even get started. So you want to come on out, take a look?
Sure.
Looks like they have a remodeled door already inside this. Because normally they're not like this. We have to be very careful because some of this might have to come apart. I'm not sure. Always be. Nice big 16 nails in there. Old school. Nails sticking up, bend them down. You will always get caught or get hurt, so I always recommend it. Bend the nails down. Safety first. I think it's that one. got that?
I got this.
You're only gonna go so far. That's as far as you're gonna go.
Okay.
Come on. Keep on. Pull. Now pull out. There you go. Keep going. There you go. The reason what I'm making these marks right here on the door, the trim's going to go over this, but on older homes like that, you have to notice that this is brick and there's a few wooden blocks in between there. So what we like to do is I want to make sure that my door is secure properly, so I'm marking on the inside of the wall where my wooden blocks are, so I know where to put my mounting screws through the frame of my door, so I have a secure door and it's true plumb and it's not going to fall out. So that's why I'm just putting little pencil lines here to know where all my blocks are. We're not going to use all the blocks, but it's nice to know exactly where everything is. Flat. Turn it, turn it. Yeah, I just want to spin it around. Spin around, get the screw gun. We're going to do a test fit first. So, sit down. Is that in all the way?
All the way in. Against the brick. Block.
Your bottom left comes in. There you go. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Bruce, I'm opening the door.
Bruce. Good.
Something. customers don't see where the screws are, we hide it behind the weather stripping here. So then we're going to put that like that. Just double check. You always do the hinge side first. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's perfect, it still don't work. I can fix that. I can fix that. Most of the time, when you're installing a door, you really want to get your long screws in where your hinges are to keep everything true, especially on these composite jambs. But in this scenario, our blocks of wood do not fit there, so we're going to have to hide a few more screws down there because this is giving a little bit, which is making my door stick. So once we do that, we'll be fine. I don't want to lose my position because I got to tighten up the door a little bit. I always like to put screws by the locks to make it a little bit more secure, but like I said, in this situation, because of where the wood blocks are in the wall, we cannot do that. So we are going to secure this the best as possible, and we'll still be good. to fit around the door. As you can see, there's a gap along here. There's two ways to do this. You can use regular home insulation that you buy and you stuff it in the fiberglass stuff, or you can use this stuff here, the great stuff. This is a great stuff gun. A lot better to control the flow and everything. We're going to foam seal our door. We'll get that hole I talked about down there. Always keep a paper towel with you. You do not want to get this on any painted areas. Only thing that gets it off is acetone. And that will take the paint off of anything. So just be careful. Bobby, can I have that ladder?
Yeah.
They will pop very easily. This is one thing I wish the manufacturer would do better. One thing I wish the manufacturers would route these out a little bit better.
Look a lot closer.
Wow. Every lock set is
Different?
no, they're all the same.
Okay.
These pieces are the same, but you have to chisel out every single one.
Push it my way a little bit.
I will then. You
Okay.
need to flex that up and get it into the J
I'm in.
first.
I'm in.
There you go.
I'm
So
in.
now we got to fit this in here. Like such.
Oh, okay.
Doing a Pella Select storm door.
Yeah. This week, I'm going to try this week.
Alright, this goes up
Alright.
first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's in first. Also goes with your header. Header always gets installed first.
Right on that. Go ahead. Correct.
Tall, but not quite tall enough. So I'm going to put the header up here like such.
Yes. 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 Okay. Yep.
I'm going to bring it down just a hair. Just a hair.
Yeah. Right. You got it. Yeah. Yeah. Catch up with you this week sometime. You want to try.
Okay. I'm going to set our door up here. This was probably one of the favorite storm doors to install. Installer to tell you they love. It's basically those Z-bars are fastened on each side. So we got to be kind of a little coordinated here to get this in place. Make sure it's up against your header with your little plastic tabs there. Will give you proper spacing. So usually what I like to do, kind of watch it, get all four corners installed. Come on. I know what's there. That one's gonna have to change. Alright, come back. Still working on four corners. Making sure our top looks right for this side. Okay, so you got four corners on your storm door that are up and installed. So always just make sure that you're nice and tight the way you want to be. We're going to check the door. I like to check the door. Once you pop this little wand here, everything's where it needs to be, and don't be wrong. So when we undo the door, we're going to keep this plate on here just for safety issues. So what I like to do, Bobby, look out, is just check the door inside for your reveal going around. Make sure everything looks good, snugged up, and it's going to close properly, which mine does. So then what we'll do is go around the rest of the door, putting the screws in the holes. Whoops. A little much. Alright. So I like to install the glass hardware for this. This is the screen, because the glass will help true the door up. So when you put everything back in, your lock set, you set your lock set and your closers, it'll be square door. Okay, Bruce. As you can see, the door's not quite square. Plastic strips hold the door in place. I always put the top and bottom in first. are a little bit difficult. So do yourself a favor, always change them when it's warm. There we go. Everything's in place the way that needs to be. Your little plastic clips. Now guide your bar in. Take them off. Put the screws back in so it looks nice. Bobby, will you bring me the lock set?
Yep.
Over.
Yep.
Okay, they're all in place. Like I said, we still keep our plate on here until we get the lock set on because we don't want to lock the door, because once a lot of doors lock, you may be in a little bit of trouble. Take our plastic clips off. You set this, especially the handles and the plates, not set them on concrete, they will scratch. Or try to keep it in your hand at all times. Remember, if it's a windy day, put your trash in your pocket right away. So we're going to match handles to the other side, the way the entry door was done. So this goes like that. That's the way I like to install doors. Switch handles, put your plastic grommet on. If you've never done this before, read the directions. It'll tell you how to put these together. I've done a few, 100. So I think we're pretty good at this. Make sure this is nice and tight. Alright. Also, don't forget, this comes with keys, lock set. Put that in first. You turn that thing, it'll stay. Turn the lock, it'll stay. So then we go up here like such. Everything fits on like that. Now there's a couple different ways to do this. Some guys will screw the plate first. I like to be able to adjust it when need be, so what I like to do is put the handles on first. We'll put our plate on, put our handles on like this, and I hold it, squeeze it tight so it doesn't come loose. And at the same time, it's a little difficult to turn this at a quarter turn. That's about all you got, but patience will get it done. This is a template little piece. It says how to come away from the door, because we're away from the door in such a way that you will not get your screws to be able to fasten very well. I bring it back just a tad. Mark everything where it needs to be marked, and we pre-drill our holes. Now, unfortunately, I can't see my mark, so we're going to just put this back up here like such, and just make little marks with our drill so we know where we're putting our holes. It's always best to pre-drill. Keeps your wood from splitting, and it'll actually make the door last a little longer, more strength. So get your piece set up. such. Also, on mounting that piece, make sure that you don't stick it too far to the top so you can't get your next piece in there to bring it in and slide it down and it clips in place. This yellow spacer up there is designed to help you get the proper spacing on your closer when you're fastening it to the door, like such. Put your grommets on. Okay, so then we know when we put that up there, it's gonna be at the correct spacing for the door to open and shut properly. Alright, that's how you do the top closer. The bottom closer is already fastened, so what we do is we're going to test our door. You open up your door, pull off your supports, and give it a push. Not bad from the factory. To see how that opens and closes. If you have to make adjustments, there's a little knob up here in the top. There's one in the bottom. I recommend you do a quarter turn on each of them to control how your door opens and closes. Test your door a number of times. A little bit open, a lot open. Also, what you should do with testing your door like this is it works great with the door open, but we should walk outside, close the entry door to make sure it works properly there. Want to come on outside, Bruce? Close it. See how the door closes now. That's actually really good. You can see it didn't quite close all the way. That's because there's a vacuum inside the door and the air cannot get out. When you put the screen in, this door will close perfect. What I recommend and tell everybody is a lot of people nowadays want to make sure that they have a good tight seal on their entry door and storm door. So for me, as an installer, I can live with that a little bit. Because watch, when you open the entry door, as if you were going in and you close the door, it closes every time. So that's how you want to install your storm door.
Good.
Here's your entry door here.
Okay.
Alright, just want to show you that it's installed, closes, great seal. Like now, see, you can get it, so when you close it, make sure you close your door.
Very good.
And it'll lock. So if that's not locked, you didn't close your door properly.
Okay.
Okay, so this has an awesome seal on it. Okay, for the most part, that's the color you wanted.
Yep.
There you go. You have two sets of keys here. One set of keys is for the deadbolt, one set of keys is for the lower lock set.
Okay.
Okay. Your storm door opens, closes, locks.
Beautiful.
Okay, now with your storm door, we're going to bring groceries in. Your hands are full. You open up the door, you put your foot on the nubbin, door stays open.
Oh, cool.
Okay, you want to close the door. Remember this. Don't pull. Do a little push on the glass.
Okay.
The door will close.
Very good.
Other thing, your screen's outside. It's winter time. I put the glass in. You're going to put the screen in for the summer. You're going to take your hands and you're going to come up here. Let me go this side. And pry away. Well, or if you can't pry away like that, get a straight head screwdriver.
Okay.
Just put it in there and twist it. These were very hard for me to get in. They're going to be very hard for you to get out. But that's okay. That's why I tell everyone, do it on a warmer day, because then it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, the two come off the side, one comes off the top, everything comes out.
I don't plan on changing it, so.
Okay, so the screen's there. You're more than welcome to put it away. Everything, come on out. I'll show you the outside. See, your door closes. Now, one thing I want to show you, it closes beautiful like that. And a lot of people, especially when we do a new install, you're going to leave your house, you're going to close your door, and this is going to close. There's such a vacuum in there, it's just barely closing. So you just have to give a little push.
No
if you had the screen in there, this thing would be boom, no problem. So say you decide to put your screen in there, and it's closing a little faster than what you want. What you're going to do is going to come over here. There's a little knob here at the top. There's one at the bottom. I tell people that remember it this way. In slows it down, out speeds it up.
Okay.
Do a quarter turn on each. You want to set them both at the same time.
Okay.
So then you can let go, make sure that's going the speed you would like it to go.
Okay.
Alright? So that's there. Everything on the outside here, because I know you're going to want to paint, is paintable caulk. So you can paint the outside to match.
Very good.
With that, the door comes with a color kit. So you can use this to go to the store and match the paint if you're going to decide that your wife sits and says, honey, guess what, you got to paint everything now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alright, with that, I wanted to show you this, the Allen wrench. The Allen wrench is for this lock set, handle set here. There's an Allen key on the inside. Say it comes loose one day, all you're going to do is squeeze this together, you know, put the Allen in here,
Very good.
and then tighten it back up.
Okay.
I really haven't had anybody come back. We tighten it down pretty good.
Good.
Alright, other than that, that's it. Do you have any questions?
No, it looks great.
Okay,
Very
so
happy.
this first sheet that we have here is me explaining how everything works and operates. There's a number here at the bottom. What that is the number of this particular storm door. If you have any problems in the future, we can reference our paperwork, reference the door, and help get you the right parts.
Okay.
So for this piece, I need your signature, initials right there. All right, hold on, we got a couple more here.
All right.
This one, I need a date, sign, and print. What this is a waiver of completion. Tells the store that I was here and completed the job, and a 1-year warranty on my installation. If anything goes wrong, I come back out and fix it. Also, if there is something wrong with your door, I will probably be the gentleman that comes out and does the evaluation to take that back to the store to make the corrections we need to get your door working properly.
Sounds good.
And last but not least, this is our thank you sheet here. We like everybody's feedback. To tell the store how we did, and any feedback's appreciated. We get graded on a survey through 1 through 7.
Okay.
Okay. It's a random phone call. I do not know who gets it. So getting 7s is awesome. So would there any reason that you would not give us 7s for our work today?
No, there's no reason.
All right.
No, excellent. I'm very happy. Very happy. Good job.
Wonderful.
Very happy.
Anytime, give us a call. Get a store. You're more welcome when you go into the store. If you like our work, you can request us to come back out and do more work on your home.
Actually, I'll tell my neighbors to request you as well.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You guys have a great day. Thank you.